Yeah. Okay, Baruch Hashem, we are together for volume 5, page 17. We got to number 10. We left off saying, do we say that Shriyato, there are pamphlets that I printed. I don't know where are they. There were tons of pamphlets over here on the table. Probably they're in the bima, maybe over there. Oh yeah. Give to everybody. Meir John. Nagila. Do we say that Shriyato Zeu Kibuso in the case of a clean cloth? We learned that the laws of laundry has few stages, if you remember. Laundry is not one thing from A to Z, then you laundry. Even if a person does every step of laundry, there's 3 steps of laundry, every one of them is considered the Oraita laundry. We say, Jesse, Shalom Aleichem, Shriyato, Zeu, Kibuzo. Remember? Soaking something inside the water, it's considered to be Kibuso, it's going to be laundering it. On this one, you are on page 11. And the Rabbi Vari Yosef books, it's page 17. Section 17, I'm not on page 17. In your pamphlet, it's page 11, on the bottom. Number 10 right now, 1710. So do we say this concept, Shriyato, soaking it inside the water, is considered to be like laundry, if the cloth itself is already clean? If you remember, the lady needed to check her Nida status, or clean day status, and her Bdika cloth is dry, and her private area is dry, it rubs her over there very uncomfortably, so she wants to soak it in water to become softer, so she will not feel pain over there. So Rabbi Yosef is asking, how can she do that? What about at the laundry? Because she's going to have to wet it. She's not going to rub it intentionally to clean something, but the fact that you're wetting something, it's asur of, because of laundry. So if a person, let's say, has something spilled on him on Shabbat, he's not going to rub it. He's not going to clean it. He's just going to pour water over it. You're going to go like that, tap it with water in order for the dirt, the stain should not penetrate inside the garment. It should stay from outside. After Shabbat, they'll take care of it. Can you do that on Shabbat or no? Okay. Can you do that on Shabbat or no? By Jewish law, it's not allowed to. This is asur from the Torah. What is that concept called? He didn't rub it, he didn't apply soap, he didn't do anything, squeeze it, he didn't do nothing. Why? What's the term? Shriyato. Zeu kibuso. Soaking it inside liquid. It's considered to be laundering it also. Because what's the first step of laundry? Soaking it inside liquid. What, you want 3 people?
Use a towel to wipe something off the...
I don't need so much, just one. Adama Aetz. Birshut Morai Verabotai. Now look, Meir, we're going to eat one nut. Since we're not going to eat kazait of nuts, you're not supposed to eat that complete in one shot. Because it's called bria. If you're going to eat it in one shot, you put yourself in a doubt, should you say borei nefashot now or no? Even though you only ate one. According to many Rishonim, one complete item, it's considered required borei nefashot afterwards. So says Maran, in order for a person not to get into that argument, because he didn't eat 1 ounce, he just ate one complete bria, eat sebracha on a complete, eat half of it, then eat the second half. Like this, you did not put it in your mouth in one shot, a complete bria. And you did not put yourself in a and you did not put yourself in a doubt of bracha acharona of borei nefashot. Famidim. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם בורא פרי העץ. If I would drink 3 ounces of water when I'm thirsty, then I will be allowed to eat it in one shot. Because anyway, I will say borei nefashot on the water, that will cover in case I'm required to say nefashot on the nut. Got it? Yeah. Okay? No.
Yeah. It's the oraita, right? To eat samach b'chagecha, yain, basar v'yain.
Basar v'yain.
So the one rabbi said no, that
Shakol.
The Rambam says basar, which basar?
Shlamim.
The shlamim.
Right.
So now it doesn't apply?
It's machloket if nowadays it applies or not. Bottom line will say it applies.
Maran,
But not the same way.
He said Maran said only he copied the words of the Rambam. He said. Is that true?
Yeah.
Shulchan Aruch.
Yeah, but basar v'yain. אין שמחה לבשר ויין.
He said only about the yain only. Because the basar is not the basar of the...
Nevertheless, poskim say it still apply.
Which poskim?
Rav Ovadia brings them. He is listing them. And that's how he paskin, bottom line.
Can you send this with it?
Yeah, bring Chazon Ovadia, show it to you.
I'm going to send it to Tzrap.
Which
one?
Bring Chazon Ovadia Yom Tov. Over there in the right corner.
I got it.
In there you'll find it for your chick-chat. And bring Masechet Psachim, Yaakov. Bring Masechet Psachim. Page 68. Open 68b. Samechet. Shakol. Doret, yo подождать вас. Подождать вас.
Или Бахар.
Не знаю, я думал, он с вами.
Я его сегодня видел, он на Ишобале.
לא עלינו. Samechet. 68b. Psachim. Yeah. Okay, meanwhile we'll continue until they get there.
Rabbi, question. If I have a towel, right, and it's dirty, so I use it intentionally, I use it to wipe my
Bring
dishes.
an article for you.
Huh?
In English. Yeah?
I use it to wipe my dishes because
You
I
have to
know
sit
it'll
down.
get wet when I use it to wipe the dishes. So I use it for really I want to just wash it out. But since I'm using it for a purpose that is allowed, is that okay?
Okay, hold it. ברשות מוריי ורבותיי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Okay, so take for you. I can show you in Hebrew, but for you I want to say. Psachim 68. Found it? Okay, so bring in Hebrew. So your question about the towel, soaking the towel is dirty, and what do you want to do? You want to
Wipe dishes.
wipe the dishes?
Yes, because when you wash them, and then you wipe them and you put them away.
And?
And then when you wipe them, usually the dishes are still wet. So now the towel gets wet.
No.
And that will get the dirt off.
Well, who said it's allowed?
I'm asking, is it allowed?
No. Why should it be allowed?
Why no?
Because there's a concept called pasik reshe. What is pasik reshe? And I don't intend for something to happen, but I know, but I know it's going to happen. Here's the whole dab talking about the simcha of Yom Tov. And here it brings Hama Rav Yosef. Beyomad de'atzarta, and the day of Atzeret, which is Shavuot, Amar, Avdi li, do for me, Igla Tilta, do for me the best meat. What is Igla Tilta?
The cow. The third cow.
The third calf.
Calf. The
Cow meat is already tough.
soft.
Calf, which is veal meat, is very soft, very delicious. The third one, the Gemara says, is the best one.
Where by two?
Third, when there's two opinions, what does it mean third? One opinion says it's 3 years old. Or second opinion says it's the third child to the mother's womb, at the birth. The cows, it's the third calf it gives birth to. It's the most delicious one. And that's what the Avraham Avinu gave to the Malachim. Egla Meshuleshet. Wanted to respect them with the best meat.
This means 3 cows.
So then, a few opinions. He gave them 3 cows of the third one to the mother's womb. The best of the best. By me, a guest came to me, I want to respect them the highest level.
Were they all 3 years old as well?
That's what they say. According to this opinion, yeah. Of 3. So Gemara says, Rav Yosef, Beyomad Atzarta, in the days of Atzeret, Amar, Avdi li, Igla Tilta, please do for me, not regular cheesecake on Shavuot. Do for me, Shashlik, the best one. Which one? And which one is, as I explained to you, the third one, the third calf of the mother's womb, came out of the mother's womb. Amar, why? Ilav hayoma, the kagarim, if not for Shavuot, this day that caused me to receive the knowledge of Torah, kama Yosef, ika bashuka. How many Yosef there is outside on the flea markets?
Joe Schmo.
Joe Schmo. Means to say, what made me Rav Yosef? And I received so much knowledge of Torah, that very day, the holiday of Shavuot. That's why Rav Yosef brings from here a ra'aya that we see he didn't eat cheesecakes throughout the whole Shavuot. He made sure to eat the best meat on the holiday of Shavuot. And Rav Yosef was already, at the times of Gemara, that Bet HaMikdash already destroyed. When is the Gemara written? 1600 years ago. When the Bet HaMikdash was destroyed? Close to 2000 years ago. So we were talking about much later than the Bet HaMikdash, when there was no Korban Shlamim. And still Rav Yosef required, and the Gemara recorded for us, that we should eat the best meat on this very day. Because that's what made us the special Jew, the special nation. Asher b'char banu mikol ha'amim. What was special about the Jews that he chose us? Natan lanu et Torato. So what makes the Jews such a special nation? The knowledge of the Torah that they had.
Where did the dairy come from?
So the dairy, there's a lot of, their source of dairy is Ashkenazi. It's not Sephardic. Some Sephardic people adopted this, but not everybody. Rabbi Mutzafi says that there was no need.
Can you circle it? Where is it?
Yeah. Maybe. It zooms it. It doesn't go bigger. You have to make it bigger. Shalom, John. So Rabbi Mutzafi says, my father never ate dairy throughout the whole Shavuot. The whole Shavuot. Rabbi Mutzafi's father, Rabbi Salman Mutzafi, was a great, great Kabbalist, followed every single possible Chumrah he will do it. This he didn't do. He says, it's not our minhag. Here. It's over here, Rabbi Yosef. Pieroslov Asiri. After the market. Okay?
We Bukhari accepted the minhag, right?
I don't know. Some people said yes, some people said no. But the main idea is that you should not do main food throughout the whole Shavuot is dairy. It's not true. Should be also dairy if you want to follow the minhag, but not only dairy. Yeah, they could. It's not an issue. Bechor?
Meat and wine.
איפה אתה? They could, but Gemara tells us that the most important meal of the year is this night, the meal of the day of Shavuot. So an important meal, would you do with dairy? A person, Be'ezat Hashem, is being invited to his daughter's wedding, to his son's wedding. He is going to order dairy hatuna, dairy wedding. It's going to be dirty wedding, not dairy wedding. People are going to say, oh, what is this? You're giving up your daughter for bat mitzvah or for a wedding? What is this dairy? Even bat mitzvah, I wanted to do dairy. My wife said, what are you talking about? Bat mitzvah. They didn't let it happen for dairy bat mitzvah. No, it has to be meat, it has to be respectful.
Why is it like that?
I'm saying bat mitzvah.
No, according to Kabbalah, this is a bar mitzvah has to be meat or doesn't
Brit milah, it says it has to be meaty.
not bar mitzvah, huh?
It says, Rabbi Avad Yosef writes, Sgura for the boy to be chacham, to make Brit milah's meaty meal.
They go to bar mitzvah, score bar mitzvah. מה עושים?
сделали плов? The Brit milah. Meaty one. Yeah.
They said this is the morning time. Morning time.
What's the problem? Why are you all sensitive to eat meat in the morning? What happened? Every Shabbat you don't eat meat in the morning?
About this something different, you know, it's like,
Huh?
Serving cream cheese there.
No cream cheese. Zeli meaty. Make a pastrami over there, not cream cheese. Sgula to be chacham, the boy to be chacham. Rabbi Avad Yosef brings it.
I'm sorry.
You know, Rabbi Avad Yosef usually doesn't bring sgulot.
5 in the morning.
This one he brought segula.
Or worship with
Cloth in the morning.
Yeah.
yeah, 5 o'clock.
No, because you had a
Very good. Back to Asif. So it is allowed for women. A boy say to dampen. How you say this word? Dampen a clean cloth with water until it is moist. Since the principle of shriyato zeu kibuso does not apply to clean clothes. Bechor, remember to check herself. She wants to take that bedika cloth and make it wet, so it's not gonna hurt her inside. Can she make it wet or no? What about soaking it? You soaking it, you became laundry. What happened to this? At Obiria, when you This you do this.
That's Monday because it's clean.
Very good, Bechor.
They leave that Monday.
All הכבוד. Bechor, you see with all the jokes, how much Torah you remember. You see? This is a special neshama you have. Now, additionally, Bechor, what about the problem whenever she's going to go around, she's going to squeeze it? What happened to the squeezing problem?
Squeeze what?
The water out of the bedika cloth is going to be squeezed when she's going to push it around.
Your intention.
And what about Pasik Reshe Meir Jo?
Doesn't apply.
Why?
Because it's
Oh, so Jesse says what good point. But maybe it's not going to happen altogether. Good. But what if it is going to happen?
you don't care for it. It's the
How
show.
is make it
No, for sure going to happen. Situation that it's for sure going to happen.
it's 1 million of one. It's not happening. But
Good. But what if it's 100 million% going to happen?
it's happen. It's not attention.
He showed us from the beginning, you know that this is so much water, it's going to happen. Can she still use it or no? So if you remember, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef says, when do we say squeezing it's a problem by Torah? When you have 3 milliliters required amount of water. 3 milliliters, it's a lot.
Like a sponge, basically.
When it's 3 drops it has to come out. It's a lot from a damn thing to come out. That's why the baby wipes, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef said the same reason, if you remember. Why he allowed it? He said if it's not soaked in water, if it's damped in water, even if it's going to have 1 drop coming out of it when you're going to use it, it's okay because it's less than the amount. So it's less than the amount, it's called Hatzi Shiur. Hatzi Shiur, only assume the Rabbanan, and here you're not intending for that specific Yesheh. Beisu the Rabbanan, that goes to waste, that you don't care for, mutar.
Only one company in Israel has it. Some all the others it's
Soaked with water.
soaked with the
In Israel. So,
here,
So?
none over here.
over here,
One in there.
the Casco one is good. Others could be also good. I'm just saying whatever I use at home, it's comfortable.
Let you do like this, you see. Another water.
No, from Abayas, no, it doesn't come out. Casco one is fine.
Then you're not allowed to use it. That's how you check. You squeeze it, it's come out.
In volume 4, in page 148, Rabbi Ovadia Yosef allowed to use the baby wipes. So since he allowed over there the baby wipes, it's not any different than the women's
But that
bedika cloth. See?
isn't the bedika cloth more wet?
It could be more wet, but how much water going to come out? More than 3 ml or no? Probably not. If yes, then you have a question. So you do it, not that to soak, that 3 ml will come out. Then will be no problem. Number 11. Is it allowed to place a white bandage on blood? This was said allowed. Number 12. Is it permissible to clean knife on white or red garment to prevent rusting? It is allowed to clean a knife to prevent rusting, which could cause danger of contamination, whether with white or red cloth. So it doesn't matter what type of cloth you have, as long as you're wiping the knife in order for it not to get rusted, because you're benefiting from it right now. The chiddush is, even though the rust, the knife is going to color, it's a little bit dirty. It's going to stain the cloth.
What about the bandage? Is that allowed?
Yeah, even if it will stain
What if I have a cotton ball and I put it over the blood? Is that a problem?
the cloth. Ah,
Rabbi, so
Yeah.
bandage on blood's allowed?
yes,
But what if I don't have a bandage, but I have a cotton ball? So I
same thing.
Same thing?
Yeah. Okay, now we're going to page 23. Bechor, I have glasses that they are changing, that they change color. Transition. Can I wear them on Shabbat?
Yes.
But as soon as I'm gonna come out, it's gonna change the color.
I go Arizona.
not your intention, you do not.
So what about pasik reshe? Every time you say not your intention. What about pasik reshe?
Not the ones who's changing the colors, Rabbi.
You're going out.
Two Rabbanans.
You call it
Tell us. So grama. Very good. Tell us.
Not permanent.
Not permanent. How long? When do we say color is the oraita?
When it's the stay.
No, when you-
Long term.
No, the other thing.
This one is. This one is short term.
Short term.
Another the Rabbanan Jesse tells us is when do we say tzovea is the oraita? Only whenever you do
Perfectly.
precisely.
Precisely.
Right? You're going and you're carefully painting it in a certain way. That's tzovea the oraita. Here, you're not doing anything precisely. You just come out and it does the job by itself. There's no effort on your side to make a precise job of coloring. So therefore, the level of tzovea, of coloring, is not oraita, it's the Rabbanan. So here we learned a new equation, new formula. That pasik reshe into the Rabbanans, even though the end result good for you. You like the fact that it turns into black, right? When you go outside, the sun doesn't go into your eyes. It's comfortable, nichale. So you like the fact that the color changed. So you cannot use the old equation, pasik reshe the Rabbanan you don't care for. Here you care for it, it's comfortable for you. So why we allow it? Because we have pasik reshe into the Rabbanans. One the Rabbanan Jesse told us because it's not precisely done. No effort is required. Second one is short term. When is coloring the oraita? Long term. Got it? Therefore, no problem. Bechor, if so, can I take the glasses and put them purposely outside? Why not?
Because now you're putting effort into it.
I didn't do effort of coloring.
It's not a situation.
Why now it's different? Oh. Let's say for whatever reason I want to put it outside for it to get color darker.
To show your friend what color.
I show my friend it's transition.
Now you're not benefiting from it.
Huh?
Temporary.
זה לא להרבה זמן, זה לא נשאר הרבה זמן.
What's the difference? You go on you or you take?
Because when I go on me, it's pasik reshe way. It's not action. It's pasik reshe way.
You're not doing no action either. Whether you're doing with your hand.
I'm holding it right there. It's like
Yeah,
that.
but you're not the one that's doing it. The sun
The
does
sun
it.
is the one.
Yeah, I
Not
get it.
you.
And it's
It's not directly by
So if I question to you, if I take right now this cup that has soil and has seed in it, and I go in the waterfall on Shabbat and I go like this, and the water goes inside there, did I water the seed or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Why? The water fell in there.
No, but
But it wasn't intention. Because you were holding it for the seed to get.
So how is that different than the sun coloring my glasses?
Glasses, if you want to benefit from it, like you
in
said,
order
it's
to
on your
color
face.
something with your hands, you need to actually do the action. Over here,
That's the justification why it's not the Oraita. There is no effort.
But that's no
It's the Rabbanan.
program. It's not forever. It's not staying forever. It's
So you want to say it's to the Rabbanans?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not pasik reshe into the Rabbanans. It's maaseh into the Rabbanans.
How about grandma?
So you want to say grama? Why is it grama? Let's see.
They called right away.
Right, nuts and color right away. So then it's pasik reshe three the Rabbanans. You want to say, when the other way,
Okay.
because it doesn't happen right away.
Isn't it
But is that
inevitable?
true?
Don't you know?
Jacob, Ana bechor, vu pashli vu skach. So why we didn't say that it is? Huh? Bechor. He says it takes time for the glasses to change color.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, it doesn't happen.
Let's take it step at a time. If you remember, if I take on Shabbat pen and I write over the same letters that was already there, did I do Isur D'Oraita or no?
Rabbanan.
If I take brush, yellow brush, and coloring a yellow wall, did I Isur D'Oraita or the Rabbanan?
Right.
D'Oraita. What's the difference?
over there you want to make. You need to do the tzuro.
You remember or no?
Over here is the color you want.
Oh,
Over there you don't.
by the letters, what's important? The letter should be readable. So it was readable before and readable now. It's the same thing. When I paint the wall, what is the interest?
Make it.
That it should be yellow. And if I put another layer of yellow, it's going to be even more yellow. So the color is what matters. The shade of the color. So the fact that I put another layer of yellow, did I make it more yellow? Oh. So we see the concept of coloring, it's not only when it reaches the peak. Every moment of coloring, it's coloring. So the second I took it out, the color started, or it takes a delay for it to start. To reach the top, it's gonna be delayed, that's true. But in coloring, you don't go from 0 to 100. Every step of the coloring, it's another layer, it's another layer, it's another layer, type of thing, like we have it on the wall. So therefore, Shalom, is that delay, is that grama? Can grama be justified over here?
No.
Oh,
Can't you also say grama isn't justified because you know for sure it's gonna happen?
that's not problem. The grama is, I know for sure.
You know for sure?
Yeah, grama is even whenever I know for sure. I'm still allowed. Where the case of the Gemara brings us the grama, remember? Masechet Shabbat, Kuf Chaf Amud Bet, Gemara brings us a bucket people put around the fire. I know for sure that the fire is going to burst the bucket, so they're going to turn off the fire. And I'm still allowed to do that on Shabbat because it's on delay. I didn't turn off the fire. I put the buckets. It's going to cause through a delay for the fire to be turned off. So we see that even though I know for sure, it's still classified as grama. But in the case of the glasses, you cannot classify it as grama because the change of color happens right away. It's not going to reach the peak right away, but every layer, it's another level of coloring. Got it? Very good. So I'm not sure if you'll be allowed to take it if purposely you want to color it. The only leniency Avad Yosef says is whenever you wear it. Happen to be, it's going to color. But whenever you actually, intentionally, taking it outside for it to get colored, then you'll have a problem.
So if someone wants to show someone how they get colored, if they put it on and go outside, it's the same thing or no?
Yeah. Because they're putting it outside, intending for that. What is Pasik Reshe? I don't intend. How do you justify yourself whenever you wear it and you go outside? I didn't intend for that.
No, but he wants to show his friend.
But if you're going outside purposely with them in order for your friend to see the change of color, you're going outside intending for it to change the color.
Even though they're on you.
Right?
Also,
Rabbi, when you wear those glasses, you always have intention that these are going to change because if you
you're not
didn't want them to change, you would have wore your other pair of glasses.
First of all, you need to have another pair of glasses to come to this statement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's assume this guy has another pair of glasses.
Yeah,
And
and
so he purposely is wearing the ones that turn shade because he has intention that he wants his glasses to shade over. when
is
he
it
goes-
only his intention?
Is that only his intention?
Yeah.
That's not his only intention.
He wears glasses to see, right? Not only for the sunglasses to work.
Yeah, that's true.
So then he's intending to walk with them, to see the street. Yeah. Question is it allowed or not on Shabbat? If it's allowed, then why is it allowed? Adam John.
Если оно на ваших глазах, allowed. Если вы пойдете туда делать, not allowed.
Very good. But even on my eyes, when is it allowed? Only whenever I don't intend for that. I intend to walk. Happen to be, it's going to gain the color. You understand? But if it's my primary intention is to go outside purposely for the color to change, then it's not pasik reshe. Then it's ma'aseh, it's an action. Got it? It could be easily, person could break Shabbat not even paying attention. Taking the glasses purposely to color, that's it, sure.
they're gone.
Yeah, second level Rabbanan. But still could be problematic. Okay, very good. Next. Number 2. When it's done by walking without any act of labor, is it only rabbinically prohibited or no?
What's the question?
Since it happens by walking without the act of labor, the level of tzovea is only rabbinically prohibited.
We're still talking about the glass, right?
Yeah.
How can it be rabbinically prohibited if that's the way you color it?
As written by the Shevet HaLevi. Additionally, it is only rabbinically prohibited because it's not permanent. Remember, for Shabbat to be the Oraita, it has to be long term. But this one stays for short term. Very good. Number 3. Is Pasik Reshe in a situation involving 2 rabbinic prohibitions permissible if the end result is desirable? Maqul. Is it still allowed or nihale? Pasik Reshe in 2 the Rabbanans that the end result you like for, you enjoy. It's not against you. It's not I don't care. You care. It's benefiting you. Can you do that or no?
Yes, because food are
We just said you walk with your glasses outside, and the color changes. The end result in your favor. You don't say it's not my favor. I don't care. You care.
מותר.
Why?
Because
Pasik Reshe into the Rabbanans.
So in this situation, if you tell a child to tell another child, like a toddler, to turn on the light on Shabbat,
Yeah. What do you want to do with that?
There's some secretion.
Telling a child to do Isur on Shabbat, Isur Doraita or the Rabbanan? The Oraita.
He's also a Jew, so
let's say it's LED. Let's say LED light in the fridge.
So LED, okay. You're telling a child is
Tell another child to open the fridge.
not gonna change.
Do the Rabbanan.
Because no
Actually, no, is that right?
child to command the child to do something for you on Shabbat, or letting the child to do something for you on Shabbat. Isur Doraita.
What if he's a toddler?
Doesn't matter. Toddler, muddler. Doesn't matter what it is.
Only
Muffler.
one
Doesn't matter what it is.
Right, but if the child opened up the fridge already and the light was, I forgot to turn off put it on Shabbat mode, and he opens up the fridge, am I allowed to yell, wait, keep it open? Or do I have to tell him?
He's not doing extra action right now. Already did the Avera.
I know, but let's say he's about to close it, and I tell him to stop.
Yeah. Well, by telling him stop, did you tell him to do any Avera?
No.
No, so it's it, finished. Here he's asking, can I tell him to turn on the light? To do the Avera? The answer is no.
For Ashkenazim and Sfaradim, right?
Yeah, doesn't matter.
So why is there so much?
On Shavuot, we're going to read the 10 Commandments. What's written in the 4th commandment, Bechor? On the 4th commandment, what's written?
Yahweh Swikisho.
Oh, Bechor John. 4th one is?
Mama, Papa, Wajah.
No, that's the 5th one. The 4th one is? Keep Shabbat. And the Torah says, Ata, Ubincha, Ubitcha. You, your son, your daughter. Gemara asks, who? What type of son we talking about? If it's an adult, obviously he has to keep Shabbat. What the Torah said, you and your son. It's Samo Sabo, he has to keep, he's an adult. Must be we're talking about a less than adult age son. And here the Torah tells us that this is the Oraita obligation written in the 10 Commandments. That you have to make sure that you keep Shabbat, and your toddlers below Bar Mitzvah, Bat Mitzvah, must also keep the Shabbat by the Torah. The Chor Famidim?
No.
Very good. Then people say, Rabbi, I only believe in the 10 Commandments.
Oh.
Do you first know what the 10 Commandments say before you say, I believe in that?
There are some things allowed. We have some things that are allowed for kids.
Huh?
We have some things that are allowed for kids, not allowed for adults.
On Shabbat?
Yeah.
What?
Like playing with a ball.
That's for a different reason. Because we have a rule, anything that is machloket on the Rabbanan for adults, we're allowed to be lenient on the Rabbanan level for children. Since the machloket, if bowls is muktzeh nowadays, muktzeh is the Rabbanan. In days of Maran, bowl was muktzeh. Now, because it's made out of garbage. Nowadays, bowl is made out of the most expensive material. Not out of garbage anymore. So some say it changed the status now, it's not muktzeh anymore. So because that debate, they change the status or no, for adults we don't allow. For the children, we say you can rely on the lenient opinions because muktzeh is the Rabbanan. Got it? Very good. Number 4.
Wait,
I don't read.
So wait, it's muktzah to like, so you can't play basketball on Shabbat.
Adults.
Yeah, like over
Yeah.
bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Because you can't, not even just because you can't.
Many
exercise
reasons.
on
Many
Shabbat.
reasons. That's one of the reasons. Muktzeh is one of the reasons. There's 9 reasons already right.
What the
Is
color
there any
in the-
leniency or no leniency?
Ask your local rabbi. I cannot answer that. Number 4.
what the coloring in the tabernacle done with the actual dye
Oh.
in the Mishkan? What the coloring in the Mishkan done with the actual dye?
Yeah. Says Avadi, I'll tell you another reason why the glasses is not the Oraita coloring. Tzovea. Why? Because to be lenient, because the coloring in the Mishkan was done with actual dye, unlike the glasses that change color without any dye. Fani midet bechor.
Die.
Dye kraska, это не смерть. Very good. Adami, we have pamphlets for you. Take. I made sure everybody will have. Adama Tzaddik. Number 5. Is it acceptable? How about Aaron?
Is it acceptable under Jewish law to place another fruit near green etrog on Shabbat to hasten its ripening to a yellow color?
Oh.
What's the question?
Ask Bechor.
What?
Next to the etrog, green. Etrog is green. Can you put apple next to him or no?
No problem.
Why? It's gonna change the color.
How?
Not in your hand, change the color.
What do you put the apple next to it?
Ground.
Apple you throw it, no problem.
That's it.
So let's see.
Ground, right?
Read.
Yeah, it's acceptable under Jewish law to place another fruit near green etrog on Shabbat to hasten ripening to a yellow color.
That's in number 6. Why?
The case number 5 of the etrog is that already has some part yellow previously.
Is similar.
Is similar to adding fragrance to a garment that already had done scent previously.
Bechor, if I put duchi on Shabbat on my garment, I break Shabbat.
If before you
On Shabbat I put for the first time.
If before Shabbat you don't put it, not allowed.
But what if before Shabbat I put it on Shabbat? Can I make it stronger?
Yeah.
I'm adding
Yes.
to something existing.
Yes.
Rabbi Yosef says, since there is no real color by the etrog that you take yellow color and you paint it, you're just causing it to get the yellow color. We go after the same concept of the besamim. That the besamim has a little bit besamim, you're allowed to add more into it. More fragrance, more smell, perfume, cologne, whatever you call it. More into the garment. He said the same thing is the green etrog. Some parts of the etrog could have a little bit yellowish over there. You make it more yellowish over there.
Rabbi, if the fragrance wears off, but I did do it before Shabbat, then can I put more?
No.
Or it has to be.
It has to be
smell
there.
it?
Yeah. But you also have to change your cologne. If he's so weak, one few hours is already away from the garment. Number 7.
Number 7.
Amen.
Is there prohibition
Of writing?
of writing when removing wax from a written item, such as a Torah scroll, since after removal of the wax, the letters are more clear?
Yeah. Bechor on Shabbat, there was Sefer Torah with wax, pach, on it. Wax stain on the letters. Can you read the Sefer Torah?
If you see the letters, okay. If you don't see the letters, pasul.
What if I see the letters, but it's on the same page?
What do you mean same page?
We said better that you see the letter only when you're in the next page. Remember that or no?
Yeah.
Wait, why can't you take the wax off?
Why is it wax on it?
Wax on Shabbat? Let's see. Give the reader answer.
Removing wax from a written item, such as a Torah scroll, does not constitute writing, as such writing did not exist in the Mishkan.
Very good.
So it is allowed.
No, it's not considered to be writing. That's it is allowed. So it's not considered to be writing. Removing the wax away is not considered to be writing because there was no such a writing in the Mishkan. Same thing coloring. The coloring of the glasses is not done with any color, with any dye. In the Mishkan, coloring was done with a dye, with a certain color, actual substance. Similarly, says Rabbi Yosef to the concept of writing. If I remove the wax and now the letter is showing better, I'm not violating writing. Wow, it's nicer now. I make it more clear now. In Mishkan, writing, kotev, melechet kotev, was not done by removing a wax.
Wait, but then what's the problem with the
Got it?
wax?
Now let's go a little bit shalom bayit. We'll do. Number 5.
Then what's the
We'll have
problem
to
with the wax,
number.
though?
It's not a problem with the kid. Oh, we said shalom bayit. Eliyahu walked in. Eliyahu, bring. I know, that's why we said Eliyahu. Tam shalom bayit. Tam sneeze. Where is the books of shalom bayit? Huh? Yeah. Please read this. Come, Eliyahu, John. Come, read. Yo, John.
The wife is gonna say you're a hypocrite. You know, there's no shalom bayit. You ready?
Don't worry, she's not listening to us.
Sit right next to the rabbi.
When a husband, take it, Joe, Shadi Suda. When a husband, not your line, it's that way. Page 113. Havod.
When a husband makes negative comments to his wife, it's min hashamayim. No matter how slight they may seem.
I knew why you're here. You see.
No matter how slight they may seem to him, And when he doesn't shower her with love, her mind runs wild with self-prosecution and with thoughts that he doesn't love her. This is death itself for a wife. I have to go in my text and undo all the send.
WhatsApp only gives you an hour and a half.
113 in the middle over here. זאת התורה שעשה משה.
למה באתי לפה? עכשיו אני אוכל את עצמי.
Good, good. No. No jokes, let's go.
A wife who feels that her husband doesn't love her is liable to lose her mind from pain and sorrow. The moment she reaches the conclusion that her husband doesn't love her, she becomes a fool of anger, despondency, and despair.
Very good. Next.
A husband should give his wife many, many compliments and never show her any anger, because anger will take her straight to the conclusion that he doesn't love her. He should also pray that she believe that he loves her, and that she will interpret.
How many people prayed in the last 20 years of their marriage life? Hashem, show my wife that I love her. Who prayed for that? We all pray parnasa, refuah. You prayed that your wife, not that your wife should love you or you should love your wife. Your wife should see how much you love her. She should see it.
She sees it when you give her gifts.
So Rabbi Arush says she has to feel that all the time. My husband loves me. That's how she should feel all the time. Yaakov, the moment, I'll tell you news that many people trispat lejuvut. Not because they love each other, because what are they going to do? They have children. Where are they going to go? Where she's going to go with 6 kids, and where is he going to go with who's going to marry him, who's going to marry her? So they stay together. What can they do?
7 kids divorced after 20
No. I mean, but even that 7 kids divorced, lo alenu, there is still a machshava of what am I going to do with 7 kids? It's still something to hold him back. So not always couple stays together, loving to each other. That's what he says, Rabbi Arush. All the time, the wife have to know, my husband loves me. How does she know that, Bechor? 3 things. You never complain to her how bad she is in this or in that, even though you're right. Don't say that. Second one, only positive compliments on her. And the third one, pray to Hashem, Hashem, show my wife that I love her. That you should not say, hey, you're only saying it, you don't really love me. She should not say that to me.
Put it in action, that's it.
Make her realize that I love her. 3 conditions. Continue.
You have clothing, be our ruler, from Isaiah 3. The Zohar in Bereshit clearly described the obligation of the husband to honor his wife, give her absolute rule in the home, and the extent to which he must shower her with words of love and honor. Okay.
Bereshit, the Zohar says in Bereshit in chapter 49. Perek 49, Memtet.
Yeah, and in the beginning of the Torah we are told, and he brought her to Adam, that Hashem brought Eve to Adam. From here we learn how the father and the mother must behave with the bride. For until now, the father and the mother must do. Until the wedding day, the father and the mother of the bride must buy her jewelry, prepare her, bring her to her groom under the chuppah. Afterwards, he must go to her. Afterwards, the husband must go to her to unite with her. And the entire home belongs to her, because the running of the home is dependent on her. And he must take permission from her. He must ask her for permission to lie with her. And regarding this, we have explained what it says, what is written about Yaakov, and he encountered the place and lay down there. That he asked permission first. He took first permission from her, and only then he lied with her. From here we learn that one who wishes to bond with his wife need to meet with her and sweeten her with words. He must ask her for permission and also make her happy with his words. And if he must not, he must not go after her.
You hear, Bechor, how a person is supposed to unite with his wife? Ask her for permission. By him saying a lot of good words to her, so she should agree to go ahead and do it. Алло, я сказал. You're not gonna come? Вася меня ждет.
Only men have to do all that. Why women?
There is also obligation for the woman, don't worry. There is a whole book that is meant for the women.
We should read it.
And men should not read it. And this lady should not read, because then expectations are developed. So, Continue and finish it off.
We should
Let's finish off.
And if not, he must not go up to her. If he does not do this, he must not lie with her, in order that their wills will be as one without force, so that their desires will be as one with no pressure or force.
Here? So their desire to be together should be without any force. Oh, you never allow me to do whatever I want. That's it. I'm tired of you. I'm going somewhere else. I'm gonna think about another chapter in my life. Never ever these type of words. Never. Always a lot of patience, a lot of patience, a lot of patience to make her to be with him willingly and not chas v'shalom forcefully. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen. Rabbi Hanania ben Akasha omer. tzah HaKadosh Baruch Hu